Chapter 10, The Human Eye and the Colorful World. 1. Which part of the human eye acts as a light-sensitive screen where an image is formed? Answer: the retina acts as a light-sensitive screen where the image is formed. 2. What is the name of the thin membrane through which light enters the eye? Answer: the cornea is the thin membrane through which light enters the eye. 3. Which part of the eye forms the transparent bulge on the front surface of the eyeball? Answer: the cornea forms the transparent bulge on the front surface of the eyeball. 4. What is the nature of the image formed by the eye lens on the retina? Answer: the image formed on the retina is real and inverted. 5. How are the electrical signals generated by the retina sent to the brain? Answer: the electrical signals are sent to the brain through the optic nerves. 6. Define the power of accommodation of the eye. Answer: the power of accommodation is the ability of the eye lens to adjust its focal length. 7. Which specialized muscles modify the curvature of the eye lens to change its focal length? Answer: the ciliary muscles modify the curvature of the eye lens. 8. What is the least distance of distinct vision for a young adult with normal vision? Answer: the least distance of distinct vision is 25 centimeters. 9. What is the value of the far point for a normal human eye? Answer: the far point of a normal human eye is at infinity. 10. Name the medical condition where the crystalline lens becomes milky and cloudy in old age. Answer: the condition is called cataract. 11. What is the common name for myopia? Answer: myopia is commonly known as nearsightedness. 12. Where is the image of a distant object formed in an eye suffering from myopia? Answer: in myopia, the image of a distant object is formed in front of the retina. 13. Name one cause of myopia. Answer: one cause of myopia is excessive curvature of the eye lens. 14. Which type of lens is used to correct myopia? Answer: a concave lens is used to correct myopia. 15. What is the common name for hypermetropia? Answer: hypermetropia is commonly known as farsightedness. 16. Where is the image of a nearby object formed in a hypermetropic eye? Answer: in hypermetropia, the image of a nearby object is formed behind the retina. 17. Name one cause of hypermetropia. Answer: one cause of hypermetropia is an eyeball that is shorter than normal. 18. Which type of lens is used to correct hypermetropia? Answer: a convex lens is used to correct hypermetropia. 19. Define presbyopia. Answer: presbyopia is a defect of vision caused by loss of accommodation due to aging. 20. What kind of lenses are required for a person suffering from both myopia and hypermetropia? Answer: such a person requires bifocal lenses. 21. In a bifocal lens, which part facilitates distant vision? Answer: the upper part of a bifocal lens facilitates distant vision. 22. Define the angle of a prism. Answer: the angle of a prism is the angle between its two lateral faces. 23. What is the angle of deviation in refraction through a prism? Answer: the angle of deviation is the angle between the incident ray and the emergent ray. 24. Define dispersion of light. Answer: dispersion of light is the splitting of white light into its constituent colors. 25. What is a spectrum? Answer: a spectrum is a band of colors obtained after dispersion of light. 26. Which acronym helps remember the sequence of colors in a spectrum? Answer: the acronym VIBGYR helps remember the color sequence. 27. Which color of light bends the least in a glass prism? Answer: red light bends the least in a glass prism. 28. Which color of light bends the most in a glass prism? Answer: violet light bends the most in a glass prism. 29. Who first used a glass prism to obtain the spectrum of sunlight? Answer: Isaac Newton first used a glass prism to obtain the spectrum of sunlight. 30. What is a rainbow? Answer: A rainbow is a natural spectrum of sunlight formed after rain. 31 acts as tiny prisms in the atmosphere to form a rainbow. Answer: tiny water droplets act as prisms in the atmosphere. 32 What causes the twinkling of stars? Answer: the twinkling of stars is caused by atmospheric refraction. 33 Why do stars appear slightly higher than their actual position near the horizon? Answer: stars appear higher due to atmospheric refraction of starlight. 34 Why do planets not twinkle like stars? Answer: planets do not twinkle because they are extended sources of light. 35 Which phenomenon causes advanced sunrise and delayed sunset? Answer: atmospheric refraction causes advanced sunrise and delayed sunset. 36 Define the Tyndall effect. Answer: the Tyndall effect is the scattering of light by colloidal particles. 37 What determines the color of scattered light in the atmosphere? Answer: the size of the scattering particles determines the color of scattered light. 38 Why does the sky appear blue on a clear day? Answer: the sky appears blue because shorter wavelengths of light are scattered more. 39 What color would the sky appear if Earth had no atmosphere? Answer: the sky would appear dark or black without an atmosphere. 40 Why does the sun appear reddish at sunrise and sunset? Answer: the sun appears reddish because shorter wavelengths are scattered and longer wavelengths reach our eyes.